Good rising, neighbors and crazy people. One Kings 3:6-9. Got some proper visuals for you today, thanks to my friend Grace.
Exposure the only.
Yeah. People are always curious about what's on a king's mind. So I thought I would share with you what is on a king's mind.
Daddy's mad. It's bad enough that the president has to deal with lefties losing it on networks like CNN and MSNBC. Networks pumping out lies, hysteria, and hate 24/7. But the commander-in-chief was also fed up with an ally and a foe failing to live up to a peace deal. And they all copped it, starting with the lefty media outlets.
You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots; they're after me. They want to try and demean me. I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. They really are. You're real losers.
You're real losers. Yes, you are. CNN and MSNBC, or was he calling them MSNDC? Well, frankly, he was just warming up.
Gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people, and the people that run it, nobody knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Just fantastic stuff and well deserved. I'll show you shortly what inspired that spray, but the president was not done yet. We're going to have a look at one of the greatest moments in Donald Trump's presidency thus far, a moment that will go down in history. And this moment is significant for a number of reasons: the substance of his comments, the manner in which it was delivered, and the confidence it inspired. This is a leader, not a politician.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what we have? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
That is mad. It's bad enough that the president has to deal with lefties losing it on networks like CNN and MSNBC, networks pumping out lies, hysteria, and hate 24/7. But the commander-in-chief was also fed up with an ally and a foe failing to live up to a peace deal, and they all copped it, starting with the lefty media outlets.
You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets and start.
Hi guys. I thought I'd share with you a picture board today and get some reactions from you. How you feeling? What you thinking? My brain's thinking? Or is it smelling fucking terrific? Stinking like Lincoln, Maine? Phew! Stinking. This is what I shared on Facebook earlier today. And I compressed it into about an hour here. Most people only have 5 minutes. So, you know, hard to get anything going with people that only got 5 minutes for you. It's going to take more than 5 minutes to fix anything. And you know, I didn't get a single dissonant comment the whole stream. This one. Sometimes I do 3 or 4 hour streams, but man, no one says nothing, no one does nothing. You know, it gets kind of goddamn boring. Right? Children get tired of parents that just don't fucking listen to anything. It's one of my conspiracies. Got a lot of them. This was today's headline. Dear society, you like crying about everything typically. You like taking up arms against your neighbors to the left or right politically. None of you really like my frequency. I'm the one that knows you're defined by your vocabulary. Your degrees are ear markers and signs of conformity. I'm not interested in reducing in degrees of conformity intellectually. I'm a product of anarchy, not conformity. I'm not interested in protecting a society that's only interested in feeding off of me. I'm not interested in protecting something that's not going to protect me. I'm not interested in defending something that's feeding off of my family. I'm not interested in defending people that are not going to defend me. I'm not interested in believing people that do not believe me. I'm not interested in following anybody. I'm not interested. I know that the secret is me. I'm the key. You don't get to tell me how to feel about me. I'll decide for myself how I think and feel about me. I don't need either party dictating terms to my reality for me. I know both sides are getting paid to lie to me, bought and paid for by the pharmaceutical industry. The majority prefer to sit silently like dogs. Go ahead. 133933991. I'm the one that's gonna say something. I'm the one that's the 100th monkey, not like anyone in this fucking country. One man out of 100 will defy standing orders and wave proudly. I'm thinking quicker than Stan Lee, Bruce Lee, and fuck Kelly Lee. I'm not interested in civil rivalry. There's not another like me. Three men will consistently, constant loudly with the defiant man waving proudly for his country. I didn't sit silently to the pharmaceutical industry buying off every other senator in this country. I'm not interested in joining either political party. I'm well aware both sides of the aisle plotting against everybody. I can't stand either political party. There's no fucking money in it for me. Three men will sit and stare angrily at me, waving happily, proudly, plotting their revenge against the man silently. I'm laughing. Your silent anger makes me happy. 93 men out of 100 do not care about the man waving proudly. They think rather indifferently about the man waving proudly. They're too busy idolizing Bruce Lee, Stan Lee, and fucking Spike Lee. Not me. Not another like me. I'm not interested in being like anybody. I managed to confuse the majority through the vocabulary in the dictionary. You thought you could control me. I'm controlling you with vocabulary. I'm in control of my frequency. I thought you could gaslight me. Turns out I'm gaslighting every one of you in this country. But hey, there's no profit in it for me. I'm not interested in your feelings. Call Karen. Call Sharon, everybody. I think you to know I don't have any respect for you. Respect belongs to me. I don't want anything. Silence and consent from every one of you is what I'm going to get. That's the profit for me. That's the only thing that benefits me or my prodigy. I know that truth is a frequency that affects every single fucking one of you. That's the reality. I don't need a pill from a pharmaceutical industry. I'm not worried about you respecting or liking me. Sad when I know you don't have any respect for you or anybody. I think this is due to indoctrination. That's my observation, result of paying attention, which you cheap Jews aren't going to be doing, sitting around watching everybody. I can't be like any one of you, not like any one of you. There's no party in my pants happening. Apparently, not interested in joining either party. I'm done having sympathy for people that have no mercy or empathy. Yes, I'm talking to all of you. Your biggest enemy, your own fucking family. I'm not a sympathizer. Don't come in here expecting me to feel sorry for any fucking one of you in this country. I know something funny. What's done to me and my children will eventually be done to every one of you in this country. I'm not worried about respecting any one of you. In reality, the majority hate themselves. And yes, the goat is talking to all of you, every fucking one in this country. I know if I'm not lying to me, then the only thing left is you lying to me. And that's what you're doing, apparently. No one needs fake friends. No one needs fake family. I know mostly you don't need anything from me. You only do things for money. I don't need you to tell me that 1 and 1 adds to 2. Look around, everybody. It's a fucking zoo. Nothing I'm going to say is going to get through to any one of you in this country. Not interested in participating in a civil war. Fuck everybody in this country. Yes, sir. Come on in, bud. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm so glad we have this rhetoric, everybody. And you know, didn't get me anywhere earlier. Won't get me anywhere today. Won't get me anywhere tomorrow. Didn't get me anywhere yesterday either. Should I stop doing it? Should I just stop? I mean, what's the goddamn point in doing anything? You lie about everything. For a profit, of course. You polarize people from factual information, caused and created two-party systems to argue about the positive and negative of facts. But you actually left the facts out of the schools, the classrooms, and the courts. God damn, that's amazing. You argue about the facts, but you left them out of every fucking institution for higher learning. Hello? How's Andrew today?
I'm okay.
I kicked their butt on Facebook, and I'm kicking their butt on YouTube right now, Andrew.
I can see you on YouTube this morning.
I'm live on YouTube right now. Got a little mix-up I made of some content from other deplorables.
Yeah.
Man, it's goddamn amazing. This is what I was streaming earlier on Facebook. Now I'm streaming it on YouTube. How many maths are there?
Only one math. Only one math.
Only one math and only one
math.
math, and I'm not your goddamn format. And somehow that's a goddamn conspiracy. There's only one math, and there's only one of me, and you motherfucking silent whores got goddamn no respect for me. Right? I got your number now. Why would I respect people that don't have any goddamn respect for me? Fuck them. Right? Why kiss your ass? I want to put my foot up it and twist it off sideways. Watch you run left, right. How will you vote on the words coming out of my mouth? I goddamn confuse you. Where's all the smart people with their smart tech and their smart fucking devices now? They don't sound so goddamn smart now, do they? Sounds like I fucking own you. Sounds like you're a goddamn noun and I fucking possess you. Because I'm a goddamn verb. I'm the goddamn living word. I'm the goddamn Gospel of Matthew 2.0. I will fucking rule you. Ain't that the fucking truth? What are you gonna do? Sit silent? Call your mother. She wants to fuck me for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She wants my dick to be a recreational tool. She wants to fuck me, all right. Right? All them women out there husband hunting. This nigger staying home. Now what you gonna do? Masturbate? How will you survive if you're not able to feed off the man? See, I started realizing a long time ago that, hey, it was men that built the first city. It was sons of Cain that built the city of Enoch. First. Oh, shit. Who built the cities? And why did they build the cities? They made the cities so that life for women would be easy, right? That was the idea behind the city, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yes, woman, I'll make your life easy by building a fucking city with a water park and slides and gardens, and it'll be beautiful, and your life will be easy, and fuck, life will be self-sufficient and self-sustaining, right? Because everything's just naturally occurring.
Yeah.
But no, we went way off that fucking road. We went way off that road. Today, everything's about control. What do you actually control past your feelings and the words that come out of your mouth? Nothing. 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 Right? I don't even believe in control anymore, Andrew. Shit, fuck ass monkey balls want to watch me play with my cock or my nipples.
Your nipples.
You know, who the hell's gonna expect me to say that? Nobody. But I'm gonna say it. I don't care. I don't care. You're gonna sit silent to it, so I may as well say it. Or maybe, Andrew, if you thought like for 2 seconds, like one of my kids, right? And let's say one of my children is watching this fucking feed right now, right? And they're 20 years old, my children. 20, 17, 18. My young millennial children are watching their daddy smoke society without a goddamn high school degree. Yeah, I may as well be putting you over my fucking knee and spanking you. And then when they see me do this, my children, they're going to look at you and wonder, why the fuck would I protect you from anything? When all you're going to do is stand there and stare and do nothing. And then try to tell me that I'm nothing. Yeah. All right. Think they're going to believe you for one goddamn second? You don't have a word to say for yourself? I should have been a lawyer.
Yeah.
I thought every man could practice the law. I thought that was your goddamn right. And if you're practicing the law, do you get to speak it? Huh?
Yeah.
Nothing? Day of my life, Andrew. Is it a blessing
Yeah.
or a curse?
On bad days, cursed.
You know, because they don't like smart people or honest ones. They have no respect for honest people or truthful people. They don't appreciate it. They're not going to play for it. They ain't going to defend it either. Gosh. But see, all of a sudden I started realizing I don't need to defend truth. I just got to put it in the middle of the room. Most powerful place to put it, right in the goddamn middle of the room. And everybody going to avoid it. I just stand right in the center of the room, spout off in the mouth, shit, fuck, ass, monkey bars, my hairy nipples, and nobody's going to say nothing to you. They think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But then past that, once you do that, then you can say whatever you want, you know. And then they're waiting, you know. They're waiting with their chopping block to cut your cock off. They're holding the sword up in the air and they want to cut off your cock or your head. The motherfucker, that whole sword's been up in the air like this for how long? And they're gonna hold it right there for the rest of their fucking lives. Their goddamn arm is gonna seize up and fall off before they're gonna be able to swing the motherfucker. All I had to do was shock him once. And they're so surprised by that first slap in the face. You know? And never get another one. But the whole time, you're waiting for another fucking slap in the face. And you never get another slap in the face.
Right.
But you waiting for it. But then it come. You might be waiting for the rest of your life. So this is what I was showing the Facebook people earlier today, YouTubers. And the Facebook people didn't have anything to say, and I'm pretty confident the YouTubers won't have anything to say for themselves either. And it's a matter of $1. Come on, man. It's only $1. How come they didn't show you this in school? How come I found out at 2 a.m.? Well, TV's talking to me. Matthew, did you know that your sound shapes your fucking reality? Television talking to me, bro. Turned me into a fucking sleeper cell. Fucking terrorist. Yeah, apparently it turns out I'm a domestic terrorist because I don't want to see my son wearing a slip or a dress. I think that demasculates him and turns him into a feminine. And I'm not interested in seeing my son grow up to be a fucking panty waist cunt wearing dresses and seeking a fucking tiara. Not interested, America. Not goddamn interested. Would you be interested?
Not interested.
Andrew's not interested either. That's two men. I'm pretty sure every man that's got a pair of balls and they've dropped is probably going to be saying, I'm not interested. Now we're the party of men. Now it's the real men versus the women. Where do those alpha females go? Stop talking. Because they're wearing the pants of the family and their little boys are wearing dresses. They don't have time to educate their children, so their sons wind up in dresses because the television told them it's a fucking good idea. I mean, parents, how many children are being raised by the goddamn television? Or what about this one, Andrew? I realized for myself personally, man, if everyone had to educate their children themselves, I don't think anyone would even have children. If they had to teach their own child ABCs and everything themselves, I don't think you'd fucking have babies. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
So then this exposes you to a nastier truth. It's really not pretty, and I'm sorry if it offends you, but I'm not sorry for saying it. Right? How many women are simply producing children so they can get free housing, free food stamps? They don't care about these fucking children. They're goddamn welfare breeders working for the church and the state, providing the military with dead bodies, dead voters.
Both mother and father.
Right? Dead voters for the Republicans and dead soldiers, right? Born bodies for the military equals dead voters. I don't want to see my son fight in a war that doesn't benefit him in any way, shape, or form. I'm tired of watching my country police the fucking planet. It's not our goddamn job. Never was our fucking job to police the planet.
No.
I don't want to see America turn into the fucking world police, collabing with the United Nations and the WHO and fuck the CDC and Bill Gates in the process. My cock in your fucking ear. Let's play games. They like playing games, Andrew.
Yes.
They love playing games. You know, there's lots of games. There's so many games happening at once inside of a bigger game. And the biggest game of all is life, right? Life's a game. You feel like you're in a game of some kind? You know, like you're a character in some sort of game, right? Do you feel that way at all? Can you see how it works?
Yeah.
So you're a character, you're a player in a fucking game. A game
Wow.
called life.
2 years.
Wow. Right? And game, that word game is dangerous, Andrew. If you don't understand the game aspect, then you wind up game. What is game? Game is something that you hunt. Game is something that you fucking eat. You fuck it and you eat it. That's what happens when you realize that society's fucking predatorial. See, and nobody says anything. And so I have to assume that I'm right. Because they don't say no. Do they?
No.
No. No. They give me silent thumbs of approval. Oh. Silent thumbs of approval. That means they consent to everything I say, Andrew. What the actual fuck? They're agreeing to everything that comes out of my mouth. That's what that means.
Yes.
If they're going to sit silent to it, then I'm right and they're wrong. And it's been that way for as long as you know me.
Yes.
Roll a tube, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do yesterday? I fell asleep till noontime.
I took 3 grams of mushrooms in the middle of the day. I
Oh.
drank 3 fucking beers and I passed out.
In the chair?
And he fucking wonked me out.
In the chair?
Yeah. Did it again.
Nothing on? Thank God.
No.
You
No.
gotta be careful.
I did put a casserole in the oven right now, though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm calling it Pepper's Delight.
It's got mushrooms in it?
No. It's got onions, red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers,
Yeah.
orange peppers, spicy peppers,
Yeah.
red,
Peppers.
green peppers, shaved beef, dozen eggs, potatoes, cheese, just baking it down. Right, that sounds good, doesn't
It's
it?
gonna last you a few days.
Right. That's like 4 meals.
Yeah.
You know, it's cheaper to make
Your meals.
4 or 5, make it like you're feeding 4 or 5, and you put leftovers away, you could freeze it. You know, my grandmother was the same way. She makes spaghetti, she make a huge, it cost her $60 to make a 5-gallon pot of spaghetti sauce, but it lasts her,
A week.
no, like
Month?
months, because, you know, it's spaghetti meal once, it's just her. So, you know, a spaghetti meal once a week.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months of spaghetti sauce. You start thinking that way, and it's like, geez, and my nana was always like, buy off season, which means in the winter by the summer, in the summer by the winter, in the summer by the winter, in the winter by the summer, buying off season, doing the exact opposite that everybody else is doing. Doing literally the exact opposite. Beginning of the month, everybody's in a hurry to spend their money. But you know me for 10 years, and I'm like, that's not the way to watch it, girl. I'm patient. As soon as they get their check, they want to spend it. And then people don't understand how I have all this stuff. And it's simply because I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing, like my Nana taught me. And look, I use my extra money as loans, and I can buy stuff and inventory my store, and they can buy stuff from me. And all of a sudden, they're buying video games from me. They're buying Funko Pops, Pokemon, they're buying fucking shoes. I may as well have them all. You know? I may as well ask my store in there for the people that want to deal with me.
Yo, money tied up to that. A lot of money.
I got almost $500,000 in that fucking room. And this started with $1,000. I don't want to draw pretty pictures anymore. Art doesn't pay the fucking bills. At all. Right? No, it doesn't. Being an artist doesn't get you respected by anyone. And I'm the guy for 25 years that has said they lied to you about lectures. They lied to you about numbers. They didn't teach you the definitions of the words you speak. So you don't even know what the hell you're saying. Because you don't know what the fucking words mean. And all this boils down to failure in education. Like, who failed fucking who here? Right? Which is why Trump fired the Department of Education. And when you look at the federal budget, you realize, oh my God, Andrew, the Department of Education is almost half of the American taxpayers' tax base, right next to the military. Right next to military expenditures, the most expensive thing in this country is the Department of Education and paying for the fucking teachers. Because they're glorified goddamn babysitters making $100 an hour to do as I do for free. Glorified fucking babysitters. And where'd they come from? Welfare camps, welfare homes, Section 8 housing, welfare mamas. Where do those public educators come from? Public education system. They came from state-sponsored schools and Pell Grants, state-sponsored. Where do all these teachers come from originally? Welfare housing units, welfare in the ghetto. Right? And all of a sudden they're working for the government. And now they think they're better than everybody. But I'm the asshole that knows they came out of a welfare unit. The mother was a prostitute for a church of the state, a welfare breeder, providing labor bodies for the government, right? I mean, most everybody's working for the government, even in private sector. Even in private sector, they're contracting for the government. So how the fuck are they separate from the government when they're contracting to the goddamn government? From the private sector, they're contracting to the public sector, private, public. That line is gone. That line is gone. The illusion of privacy, that it's over. Okay? Everybody's being spied on 24/7. If you don't realize it for yourself, then you're a fucking idiot.
I know, that's why I want schizophrenia.
Right? Everybody's got a camera in their back pocket. How long before it's shoved up their ass? And then when they do their live streams, they got a Bluetooth camera up their butthole so people can watch them digest their food. And that's cool because it's the news. Hey, what are you eating? Can I see up inside your colon? Your proctologist will love you for this stuff, right? Half the work done. They don't have to install a camera in your asshole. It's there. It's prefab. It's already there. Came factory and manufacturer installed. As soon as your birth, they install a camera in your asshole and out the door you go. You'll think it's just something God gave you. But no, it was your daddy government, you know, it was Uncle Sam decided you needed a camera up your asshole.
Huh? Yep.
Government God decided that you needed a camera up your butthole the day you were born. So the government God knew what you were eating 24/7. Besides the camera up your asshole, carbon footprint tracking comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why do we need to track every single individual? Is every single individual guilty? Every single person is guilty, so we have to track every motherfucker. What happened to your rights to privacy? And you know, you don't have any. You don't have any right to privacy.
Satellites watch you too.
Right. You know, so privacy is dead. I realized ultimately all we really have is consented to speech patterns that were approved by, I don't know, the Vatican. Yes. The church is deciding everybody's vocabulary. Who invented English? The Vatican? Who forced English onto the world? The Vatican? There's some sort of corpse language? Corpse tongue? Language of the dead? Or in debt? Indebted, or indentured servitude. Everybody owes money. Everybody owes money. And this gets you into a whole other line of thinking, right? Watch this. How can any country, you got to think critically on these things now, right? Just logically speaking, you got to think critically. How can any country loan money to another country when every country owes money already, right? How are they able to loan money to the country left or right of them? They don't have any money. Everybody's fucking broke already. That's $1 billion attitude right there, huh? Where's your fucking mouth now? I think you owe me money. I've been saying for so, geometry is the alpha beta of the universe, you know, and it was never taught to anyone this way. And I know it because I'm the one that figured it out. I figured out God's ABCs. I was suffering from a God complex because I truly believe that every individual is their own God. Babylonians prayed to themselves as their own gods or goddesses. Every individual in the Babylonian day had a temple or a church, or they had a center in their home that's dedicated to themselves as their own creator, their own deity, their own God. But today we worship artificial intelligence as God. It's externalized and no longer internal. We made a mockery out of God's original temple, which is man's mind. The mind of man is God's original fucking temple. And where is it housed? Inside the body of man. So I'm wondering who's laughing at who now. I don't see any of you fucking laughing at me anymore. Not one of you. You better call all your goddamn universities. I silenced you without a degree. That's what I would do if I was any one of you. I'd be calling my mommy and asking for a refund for my degree from university. How do we get my money back? How do I get my change back? I want my nickel back. I want my quarter back. I want my goddamn money back now. So that's how you have to look at this too. You have to know that they lied to you. At the same time, be like, these motherfuckers owe me goddamn money. You owe me money. Silence means they owe me money. That's how you politically blackmail a country. Gotta think big, Andrew. Go to fuck home.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how you blackmail a fucking country. I think you all fucking owe me money. I don't see anyone saying no to me. Do you? These fucking millennials, Gen Zs, they can't read, they can't write,
Can't read a map.
can't drive fucking manual transmission, walking anything, ain't happening.
No, unless it's on their cell phone.
Unless it's on a fucking cell phone. Or it's a thumbstick. Right? Video games. You gotta give them credit, Andrew. They are good at twiddling their fucking thumbs.
Yeah.
Right? Well, let's see him swing a fucking hammer. See him dig a fucking 6x6, 6 foot deep square hole in the ground. Perfectly square. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I started thinking, I said, man, I don't think most women could even do that either. Not just men, just let's look at the women. I don't think most women could dig a 6x6 square, 6 foot deep hole in the ground. Sorry. I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could dig your own grave. You need someone else to do it for you. And if I was wrong, wouldn't they say I was wrong, Andrew? I mean, people got egos, right? They got mouthpieces. And they love talking shit. But when I do these live streams, nobody says nothing. And then they run around talking shit about me behind my goddamn back, but they'll never say that shit to my fucking face. Why is that?
Hypocrites. They're scared of you. Is why I punch them in the nose.
And some of those hypocrites, I go back to their house, I knock on their door, and I insult them in front of their family, their friends, their fans. I shit talk the hell out of them in front of their followers.
Yeah.
And then their followers start following me. How come?
Like what you had to say.
They liked what I had to say, and then they saw that their cult leader really wasn't up to the challenge. Right, Todd Church? Right, OT? Whose alphabet are you witnessing right fucking now? Man's? God's? Are you too stupid to figure it out for your fucking self? The sins of man haunt the fathers of man, right, baby boomers? You fucking think you're goddamn smarter than me? You're not. You're more obedient. That's all you are. Obedient dogs. Marcus Aurelius said, define me. So go ahead. Define me. Rebuke my authority, rebel me, go ahead, challenge me. Try. That's a good king at work. See, the good king will tell you, go ahead. Try to prove me wrong. Defy my fucking authority. Deny it. Resist me with your fucking life. But they don't even try to resist me. Because I already understand what Marcus Aurelius is saying. You do. Come on. Defy me. Rebuke my authority, rebel against me, or sit silently like a Roman dog that you are. Obedient to the king, talk king. Rome never died. They hid the king. They hid the king. Where did they hide the king? In the language. Magic king, logic king, talk king, speak king, think king. When you walk king. You know what I mean. You do your own walk king. King is a function and not a title. And everybody thinks king is a castle and king is clothing. No. King is in walk king. King is in think king. King is in talk king. King is in smoking. Our ancestors were drunks, drank king. Our ancestors were crazy fucking people. Smoking, toking, drinking, and I'm mocking you. And I said, fucking, masking, sucking, dick off, dick king. How many words got king in them? Man, once you start thinking that way, you realize I'm the king. I talk king, I speak king, I think king. You can break people with this stuff. Because they don't think there's any king. But king is in the language. It's in the talk king. It's in the speak king. It's in the task king. It's a function, and it's not just a title. It's a syllable. It's a sound you make, and it's not just a title. It's a function. And who's the king? You? You're the king. That's what they don't want you to be thinking. I'm the king. I'm the king. If I'm the king, you're the king. Now start talking. Every function is king. Look king. Hook king. If you're not tricking people, then you're hooking people. Tricking or hooking. If you're prostituting, then you're hooking. If you're pimping, then you're tricking. Like, whoa. Remember, I showed YouTube this and YouTube. This was all on, I put all this on Facebook earlier today. And you know, I didn't get a singular fucking dissident response. And nobody shared the fucking news either. Like, gosh. Isn't that wild? So nobody disagreed with it and nobody shared it. Can you explain that to me? Explain me how that works.
I don't know how that works.
You tell the truth.
The majority.
You tell the fucking truth. And the silent fucking liars will sit there and stare at you like you're a stupid fuck, and they won't share, they won't care. Dirty Tree, I didn't fucking miss you. Why the fuck would I miss you? What the fuck did you do for my children? Nothing. Did you miss my son, Draco? No. Because you're a fucking sadist, aren't you? The only thing you give a fuck about is yourself. You're so hard to figure out, Dirty Tree. I need to go to university. Get indebted for my fucking education, right? Be an indentured nigger. Owe somebody else an explanation. A living. If you're heterosexual and you're unhappy, clap for me. If you're heterosexual and you're unhappy, clap for me. If you're heterosexual and you're unhappy, clap for me. You got two choices in this fucking world. You'll be heterosexual and goddamn unhappy, or you'll be homosexual and happy about it. Now, goddamn clap for me. Thank God I'm me and not anybody else. Right, Dirty Tree? Thank God I'm me and not anybody else. Did you fucking miss me? I didn't miss you. If I missed you, I'd be at your house. On your floor. I keep telling people that no one's worth following and no one's following anything I'm saying. Clap for me. Repeat after me. Be my little puppet. Hey, they left all of this out of the school, and apparently it's my fault. Right, Dirty Tree? The only thing they can do is blame me. They ain't capable of another fucking response. And I took all the response away from them. Silence is going to feed my family, right, Dirty Tree? Really, not a lot of people are going to appreciate the nature of the message here, Andrew. You have to trust yourself. That's not going to be popular. Right? They want you to trust a speaker. The guy yelling at you from a pulpit. In this case, me. Trust in me and don't trust yourself. Believe me, don't believe yourself. You're lying to yourself. I'm not lying to you. Trust in me, trust in me. Can't you see it? Trust in me, trust in me. I didn't do any of this for any money. Don't get paid anything to deal with you fucking people.
Trusting me. No, trusting you. No.
And I'm over here. No, Andrew, trust in you. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying to you. Let's listen to it. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
It does make sense to you. Oh. Is it valuable?
For lessons.
And the more you realize that you're right, the less you're likely to follow fucking anyone.
I don't follow anybody.
No. What you're not taught in school is to trust yourself. What you're not taught in school is to believe in yourself. There's no money in believing fucking Dirty Tree. I wouldn't chase Dirty Tree anywhere. Right? What I'm trying to do here is establish that every generation comes and goes, and as they transition from one generation to the next, right? The language for everything changes. In regards to everything, not just geometry. That's just to get the ball rolling, you know? Every generation, they change the language around math and geometry, but around social issues as well.
Hey, Matt.
It disappoints me.
How do you get a hold of your 401k plan?
Do you have one? What do you want to do?
Hold my money.
You want your money out?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
I want to pay you.
Huh?
I want to pay you.
Oh.
I try to get that paid up.
No, I'm not. I'm not that worried, Andrew.
I want to pay you. I don't want to be in the hole. I don't like being in the hole. You know that.
I know.
That's why I always pay you.
I know. But you also know that I'm not worried with you.
I don't want to do that. I want to pay you.
We see how it works.
How do you get it? You know? Human resources?
Yes. To your human resources department. You would have to ask them.
That's fine. They don't speak English, do they?
A lot of them. I would start within the building. I'd go to someone at the office. Definitely start with human resources. They'll give you your phone number. But Andrew Kent, I don't know what you got in it, but pulling out early, they tend to fine you. So ask what the penalties are for taking it, because that's your retirement.
I'm gonna put it in for a couple of years.
But I'm just saying,
They will
They
fine
do.
me.
They will fine you for taking an early penalty. They try to make money off you every way they can. That's why I'm like, hold on, Andrew. It's not worth it. And don't worry so much. It's not worth it because they're gonna penalize you for taking it out like that.
I don't really care. There's not much in there. Maybe a couple grand.
Oh, that's all that's in there.
Yeah. I only need 3% of my paycheck.
Dirty Tree, I've been running for an hour. We've been showing the laws of correspondence between letters and numbers and how they're defined for you in the goddamn dictionary. And dumb niggers like you and Todd Church will tell me that this information has no basis or bearing in fucking reality. You're the only dumb nigger talking shit right now. Have you realized it yet? You're in the fucking minority. I'm not the minority anymore. You are. And dumb niggers like Todd and Church who think they're Joe Cool. You stopped talking to me years ago. You talk at me. And avoid everything I put in front of your fucking face. Clinging to a narrative that has no bearing on reality. I didn't stutter. Spelled it out for you. There ain't no lies in here. Why did they feed you a pack of lies in school? So they can mentally manipulate and control you for a profit? Was that a lie? I don't do this for parents anymore because parents don't listen to anything. Their minds are made up preemptively. They've already decided, without me in the equation, everything, including how to educate my own fucking children. And they'll act confused as to why I'm the way I am. They have no idea. No one does. It's a goddamn mystery. Every time I put this segue on the screen, society draws a fucking blank. And the irony, all this information is in the fucking dictionary. I just put it to you in a unique fashion that was mine, and it offended and polarized red or blue fascist niggers, like you, Dirty Tree, and Todd Church, and so many others. I paid to do this to you. I didn't get paid anything. I paid in fucking blood. So I don't actually owe anything. That's why I've perpetually said that every nigger owes me goddamn money. And I've said it for about 7 years now. 5 years in a row, I've said I was the Pope. I'm the Pope until somebody fucking tells me otherwise. And for the last 5 years, not one nigger said I wasn't the Pope. I got several endorsements at this point because I realized the presidents of the world work for the fucking Pope. They don't work for the people. They work for the Pope. So fire the presidents of the world. I'm the Pope, and that solves the world's problems. Because now I'm in charge. And that scares the fuck out of beta males and pimps and gangsters and wannabe priests and preachers that are pimping the fucking children. I didn't do this for the parents. Parents are parrots. Can't you hear the sound? Parrots sound like parents. I did this for the 5-year-old in you. We got to go back and start over. You got lied to about everything. And I already did a lot of the heavy work, as you can see. Otherwise, I wouldn't be fucking doing this shit. Heavy lifting means you did it with your fucking fists. Right? So that's a very old clip. This clip right here you're seeing is 6 fucking years old. Yeah. And I'm going to share it, cross it with a video that Grace made 2 days ago. This one is from 6 years ago. And look what Grace made fucking 9 days ago. Right? So I'm mixing my alpha beta video that's been taking down people as COVID misinformation. This fucking goddamn feed, this fucking video right here that you're watching, this one has been taken down as COVID misinformation 7 times. Well, it's kind of hard to make any fucking profits or money on people that are fucking constantly lying about your shit. Right? 6 times this was labeled as COVID misinformation. Right? I keep telling people we got to go back to basics. They're lying about everything. And man, don't they get offended when I tell them that they're fucking lying about everything. Right? I'm so glad I did as I have done. I do not regret it at all. You know? Why would I? I'm the fucking king. Kings have no regrets. They don't feel sorry for themselves. They don't feel pity. They don't feel remorse. They don't say, woe is me, feel sorry for me, sympathize with me. No, kings don't work that way, do they, Andrew?
No.
We sure don't. Andrew's a king, too. I had to tell him he was a king, though. And some people, that's all it takes. Got to tell them they're fucking king. I told Andrew he was goddamn king. He ain't never been the same since I told him king. No, Andrew, you're your fucking king. Nobody else is your goddamn king. You're your fucking king. Andrew, fucking royal.
To you.
Going myself?
To you.
Royal. Royal. Your word.
To you.
Fealty to the king. Loyal to your word. It's not me you're loyal to. You're keeping your word. That's all.
To you.
But you're also loyal to you.
Because you're a king.
Because you're a king. That's why you keep your word. Because you're a fucking king. See? It's hard to keep your word. It's not easy. It's the goddamn hardest thing in the world to do.
Especially when you're poor.
Especially when you're fucking poor.
Yeah.
Because you're strapped and you're limited to what you can do financially. You don't have an unlimited bank account.
No, like everybody
It's
else.
goddamn impossible almost to keep your goddamn word. It's designed that way too. You know? I want you to know that it was designed that way. Well, why would I lie to you? There's no money in it for me. That's how I made it so goddamn easy for me. There's no money in it for me. They don't respect anything I say, do. They don't value anything. They don't respect themselves. They don't respect their fucking time. Your time is your only real value. Your life has fucking value, and that's a goddamn surprise to people. Hey, your life has value. You have to figure that out for you. Because if you don't value you, then guess what? If you don't value you, guess what happens? Guess what happens? This is what will happen. Nobody will fucking respect you if you don't goddamn respect yourself. Ain't that a fucking hard lesson? If you don't respect you, then nobody goddamn will. Like I said, begins, ends with you. Oh, look. Whose fucking name is in them goddamn credits?
Dana.
Matthew, Dana Bull, my fucking name. Everything begins, ends with you. Doesn't it? Right? And this next little bit is a little, you know, it's to get people caught up in regards to the current times and things that Grace and myself have uncovered, what's happening in the world in review, right? Grace, you did such an amazing job with this visual aid. I'm so proud of you. I didn't make this. Grace did. Grace is one of the first females that I could actually get anything through to without a fucking fight, without an argument. She listened and whoa. Right? And I can't make Grace do anything at all. She lives on the other side of the country, 3,000 miles away almost. It's not like I can walk over to her house with a gun. You know, do this, do that. I can't make Grace do anything. So what a profound lesson today, Dirty Tree. First, the alpha, beta, and geometry. And then, the world in review. Brought to you by a high school goddamn dropout with a 9th grade education. Who doesn't know anything. I don't know anything. Nothing at all. Why tell it anything, dirty tree? Pictures are worth more than the words themselves. Pictures are worth way more than words. Ever will be worth. Come on, dirty tree. Have a brewski with the devil, which is me. Right? People always telling me to go to hell, and I'm always telling people they're in hell already, drinking the devil's brew. You want to get out of hell? The only way to go out is through. To get out, you have to go through. You want to get out of hell? Then you have to live through hell. You have to go through hell to get out of hell.
Go back to Earth.
Doesn't that make sense? And all the good Christians will tell you to drop dead and go to hell. And I'm over here chuckling. Aren't you in hell already? You can't get out without me. Isn't that a fact? Can't get out without me. Law of 9. There's only one of me. I'd be worried about my feelings and concerns more than yours because there's only one of me. There's not 2 of me. Or 3. No. 1. Man, this world's pretty fucked up. So I don't follow anyone anywhere. I'm just a fool. I don't know anything.
Ah, you're too smart. You blow up the internet.
Dirty Tree, you're the only one talking shit anymore. You're in the minority now. You're the minority of one. I'm my own king. That ain't my fucking king. I speak king. I think king. I talk king. I knock kings around. I rock the kings, shock the kings. I strike the kings without warning. May as well shove a lightning bolt up their fucking ass, king. King on my ass, on my throne, in my cockpit, peacock king, talk king, shock king. 1,315 king words, and I'm going to use every one of them. King is a function and is not a title. Does your brain work, king? That was the question. Do you hear a king and work, king? Some people think I'm a boo king, spook king, right? Like a ghost. Spook king, boo king. You know, because most of my life I lived off the books and under a table and didn't really care what people thought. Didn't matter. What it even matters? Someone else's feelings or your own? Your feelings matter to you more than someone else's, or do someone else's feelings matter more to you than your own? That's the problem, Andrew.
It's equal for me. Equal.
There's your real problem. See, most people hate themselves because of public indoctrination. And then the state comes in and tries to fury you into a situation where they can control you, dictate terms to your reality. But according to the Constitution, their job is to do what? Protect your rights. So you mean they're not doing their jobs? No one's doing the job, Andrew. No one's doing the job because no one's protecting my rights. Who's protecting my rights? You. Me. Not you. Not the people to the left of me or the right of me. Who the fuck is goddamn protecting my rights as king? Me? No one else. You don't see anyone supporting the king, do you? No. It's amazing what happens when you do it with your fucking fist. Can you compute that? Are you still hard of hearing? That's my birthday on the calendar, just so you know. The day that Adam opened his eyes for the first time is in sync with the king's fucking birthday. Because I'm the goddamn king, talk king, not you. That was an accident, right? Adam opened his eyes for the very first time. Man, Adam, which is man, opened his eyes for the very first time on the day that I was goddamn born. What a coincidence, right? And all this shit that you're seeing on the screen is because this man could fucking see. And you can't see. Because my fucking birth is in sync with the very day that Adam, man, opened his eyes for the very first time. Yawn. Boring. Pretty fucking boring, right? So I think the solution here is for Dirty Tree to start his own church. All right? Same for you, everyone. You know? Start your own church. Become your own Jesus. Be your own preacher. Be your own priest, man, if you got time for it. I think it would be a beautiful thing if everybody had their own Temple Mount and was preaching like they were Jesus or something like that. They all stopped looking for Jesus and started thinking, I am Jesus. That might put an end to all wars. Huh?
Yes, please.
If everybody ran around thinking they were Jesus, might end every war in the world. Nobody would have a cult following, right? There would be no cults because everybody would have their own church and have their own temple, and they'd be preaching from their own mound, pitching a fucking sermon from a fucking mound, like a pitcher in a baseball game. Pitcher on a mound.
Yes.
Get a pitcher. Jesus did what? Stood on a mound and pitched you a pitcher, threw you a shot, a moon shot. Get the picture? King of the hill. If you're the king of the hill, then aren't you the preacher? Aren't you the picture? Isn't it all on you? Get the picture? It's whatever you think it is. Is this good information or bad information? It's whatever you think. Right, King? But sadly, most don't think king. They don't speak king, they don't talk king, and they don't fucking walk king either, King. Whoa. They should take on an aerial perspective like Little fucking Mermaid. Look at things from the sky to the goddamn ground before they open their mouth and talk to the king. Talk king. Who's king of the fucking monkeys? Me. It's like Charlton Heston said, damn you dirty apes. Damn you out of hell. You really did it this time. They goddamn did it this time. So I don't have to do anything, is what I'm thinking. Voting solves nothing. Andrew? Think king, right? Voting solves nothing. If the vote is decided or the outcome is predetermined, right? They already decided who was going to win before you voted. Then you voting in a rigged election doesn't change anything because the outcome was already determined. It was already decided, predetermined. Presidents are selected. They're not fucking elected. You heard it from your brother. I love you, man. He's my brother. The only person you should vote for, Andrew, is yourself.
I don't even vote for myself.
That's the problem for most people. That's exactly the problem. They want to vote for Trump. I want you to vote for you. And that's the real fuck up the ass, right? Because everybody wants to vote for other than themselves. It's the hardest thing to do. Vote for yourself when everybody's voting against you. All they want to do is see you fucking die. This is like a timeline of my work in the past 10 years. Look at the shit I said. Look at the things I put together. And I made Grace see it. And now Grace made this as a compilation of my philosophy. You know? She just put this out 9 days ago. Just brand new. How could you not know? Well, you don't know because they didn't tell you to know. They didn't want you to know. They wanted you to know nothing. And assume to know everything. Everybody runs around thinking they know everything. But they don't know anything at all. They know lies. They don't know theories. They know feelings. They know what the television told them to know. So I don't even look for anything anymore. Things just went up in my door. They went up in my lap. They knock on the door. They come looking for me. I don't go looking for trouble. It comes looking for me. This is too much. Too much for most people. 33 left.
God.
Yeah, 33 left. That's road to be. This is why I'm the way I am. Like you said, I know too much. And so I know I can walk into a room and
That's what you like doing anyways. That's why you can. You do it anyway. So what's the sense of saying I can't? You do it.
I do it because I can.
Yes, you do it anyways. Then you go home and you even mad.
Right? Gives me something to complain about.
Then you go home and get even madder for another 6 months.
These people, Andrew.
Yeah.
These people. They don't know anything, Andrew. I try telling them they don't know nothing. They get mad at me every time I tell them they don't know anything. These peoples, these nouns, right? These fucking nouns. I'm not a verb. I'm a noun. I'm not a free person. I'm somebody's property. They wonder why I don't trust anybody.
Always watch your surroundings, though. You gotta watch your surroundings always in the city.
Right. Yep. Sure do.
Yeah.
You sure do. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'll get that 401k.
I'm just telling you, they might charge you a lot of money to do that. They might charge you 20, 30%. I don't care.
That's not that much in there.
No,
I don't think, unless it grows.
it does grow.
It does grow.
It does grow. You get a better rate when you leave it alone. It's like 18%. Right. It's not a traditional bank account. But it comes with the stipulation you can't touch it for so many years.
I haven't touched it in 20 years, 30 years.
And if you haven't touched it, how many are all your 401? Because look, you work for several companies.
Just one company, West Point Stevens in Biddeford.
Right. Is that who you work for now?
No.
Or you're just trying to cash out that one?
I'm just trying to cash it out.
Oh, that?
West Point Stevens, yeah.
Then you would call them and ask for Human Resources Department, and they will give you information you need so you can. But you might be able to take that and merge it with any sort of 401k you're getting from CHCS.
No, I get nothing.
You don't get nothing from
I
that.
only work an hour a day.
Yeah. So okay, then it makes sense to try to cash that out. If you got a couple grand in there, it's just sitting there and you can't do nothing with it.
I don't know how much is in that. I don't care. I need some money. Pay you. I'll never be able. There's no other way I can think of in my head I can do it.
Yeah.
Besides working, but I don't want to work all the time. I don't. I'm fucking old.
I understand that.
Life isn't about working.
No.
You know.
No, the whole system is designed
to make you feel that way.
To hope indentured in debt. You know, I help you because I can, but it helps me too. I won't lie about it. It helps me stabilize rent every month. You know, it just makes it easy for me that way.
It's only a little bit of money though. And it's not really that much money, is it?
No, it isn't. And when you think about it, that's why I told you not to worry about it, because you spend that much every month in smoke. So I'm like, just calm down. I'm not worried about it. I told you this was a long-term thing.
We've never been in debt this long.
No, but when you realize the value of the store, you know.
Yeah.
Don't have an anxiety attack over it.
Schizophrenia, you know. Schizo. It's me.
If I was worried, Andrew, I would be bugging you about it. I never bug you because I know you do as you say you're going to do, and that's it. That's period. I can't expect any more than that, and I don't. If I was a regular bank, I'd be charging you interest, and I ain't doing that. That's why I said don't. If you can cash that out, then cash it out. But they're gonna charge you 20%, at least. I'm guessing.
Of course they will.
I would even ask how.
They gotta make their money back somehow, right?
Right. They're gonna find any way to tax you for an early penalty. Early penalties. Any way to make money off your money. This is why what I do. You see?
I might not make it to 65. I'm 50 now. I'm a smoker. I don't think I'll make 65.
Don't think that, because I didn't think I was going to make it to 40. I'm 43 now going, what the fuck? I thought I was going to be dead by now. So don't do that. Don't do that, because I thought I was already going to be gone.
I've already had a stroke.
All right, you start figuring out the shit that's on that board there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And Grace put this together. I didn't put it together. Grace did it. This is. You start figuring out all this, you're no longer socially acceptable. You have no place in society. You don't belong anywhere. You're a fucking crazy person because everybody's accepting these things as the truth. And you're like, no, this is just scripted bullshit for you. This is Disney at its finest.
Have you ever been there?
No. I had a couple of cousins go a couple times, and they always rubbed it in my face. I went to Disneyland. But then lately, did you see the video where it was 6 feet underwater? I was laughing when I saw that video. So I was like, wow. Yeah. Some people are laughing right now because they know this place is corrupt. They know that this place is for trafficking children and fucking children. And the people that run Disneyland are pedophiles. And the people on Disney, like Mr. Rogers, Teletubbies, Dora the Explorer, Blue's Clues, all these child host kid shows hosts, right? They're all pedophiles. You understand what I'm saying to you? Did I confuse you?
Gross.
They're all pedophiles. They're all kitty fuckers, grooming your children to do what? Fuck children? Oh, I mean, you got to go for extreme with these people. Otherwise, they won't listen.
No wonder they're stuck to their games.
Right. And the parents don't listen to the children, and the children were traumatized by the animation. And the pedophiles confess their sins in animation before they commit them. Who the hell would believe that? No one in my family.
Yeah.
And I realized the television is there to divide family. Young from old, mother against daughter, competing, fathers against sons, competing. Which one's manlier man? Which one's the prettier female, the mother or the daughter? Everybody's competing for survival. That's why all the family homes are broken because of the fucking television.
Yes, from a long time ago.
Right,
Long time ago.
right. The guy that invented the television got a Nobel Peace Prize for inventing it as a weapon of war. Wow. WOW, weapon of war. Mass destruction happened because of television watching.
Get your affairs in order.
What do you mean, get my affairs in order? Oh, you left already? Left already, Michelle? Didn't sit around very long, did you? Get your affairs in order. Maybe you should get your affairs in order. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. We don't want to be bye. A lot of people gonna fucking die. And COVID shots killed a lot of people. You know, I gave him a life expectancy 10 years, Andrew.
Yeah.
From 2020. It's 2025. You got 5 years left.
Is that shadow? Oh no.
Better get your affairs in order.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sin
When you
has
sign,
several spells to it.
when you sign, yes.
Right? So sin is spelled with a Y, S-Y-N.
Yes.
But Christians, when you hear the word sin, spell S-I-N, sin. So they think evil. But really, sin is sign, or S-I-G-N, sign.
Yes.
That's three spells, three different spells for the same one goddamn sign, which is sound, spell, sound, sin. S-Y-N, S-I-G-N, S-I-N. Sin, sin, sin. Sins are signs. Signs are sins. Or it's a cosine, S-I-N-E. Imagine Mr. and Mrs. Wiggles borrowing money to get a stripper pole for their home so they can get along. Because you can't really get along with people until you can get a loan from the bank. See what I mean? Mr. and Mrs. Wiggles need a loan from the bank to get along. You need to get a loan to get along. If you can't get along, then you're going to go alone. Because you can't get a loan. Can't get a fucking cosign. Can't get Mr. and Mrs. Wiggles to co-sign for a loan to get a stripper pole so they can work for the king to our king, right? Because those stripper poles are fucking expensive, right? Thousands of dollars for a stripper pole. Who's got thousands of dollars laying around for a stripper pole? Not me. What about you? Not you. So you and your girlfriend would have to go to the bank to get a loan from the bank so that you could buy a stripper pole so your girlfriend could strip on a pole to our king for the king to our king. You got a cosign for a loan for your girlfriend to twerk on a pole to our king shaking her booty for $1.
Yeah.
Does that make you a cuckold male?
I tip them. They don't go home with you.
But cosine is a squiggly line, you know? It's a curved line. Not everybody thinks that everything is a fucking straight line. It's parabolic in its nature and everything's a curveball.
Yeah.
There are no straight lines in nature. There are no straight lines in nature. Did they know about 9/11 before it happened?
Yeah.
I like to think so. Did they show you in the cartoons years in advance that they were gonna blow those two buildings out of the fucking water like goddamn pirates? You know, kabooey, blow it out of the water.
Def Leppard made that.
Right? I mean, when you start looking at these old pictures, now this is what I do with people right here, Andrew. Am I trying to manipulate people? No. Look at that. There's your Twin Towers. Richie Rich, that's like fucking 40 years ago. That was 20 years before 9/11. 30 even. How the hell did they all know that was going to happen before it happened? That's my question. Right? Come on. They were showing you in cartoons and newspapers. And look, that's Spider-Man 1991. They all knew. They all knew preemptively. Why is it such a goddamn conspiracy for you all? They tried to blame towel heads from overseas for an inside job, right? External, external, inside, outside. Was it an enemy from overseas or did we do it to our goddamn selves? Come on, man. Who's dumb? Me? Right? They knew years in advance, years that they were going to blow. And we've been in a perpetual state of war, right? Because of domestic terrorism.
That was the first thing I said to my father when I was going down to New York. He showed me the towers. I said, "Oh my God, it looks like a plane could crash into them."
Right. But guess what? Guess what I found out? I found out that a group of people went inside and set demolition charges inside the buildings. And the plane you saw on TV was hologram, the CGI. That part didn't actually ever happen. They only made you think that it happened. They wanted you to blame somebody from overseas. But look what I'm showing you. In reality, this was done by our own government so that we could strip people of their civil liberties domestically.
Yeah.
Look at all the movie covers with the Twin Towers in them.
Sickening.
They all knew.
We didn't have a very good president.
No. They all fucking goddamn knew.
He just sat there in the classroom.
They all fucking knew before it happened, right? Look at this coin, right? 33 years beforehand. This coin was made by Israel 33 years before 9/11. How the fuck did they know 33 years in advance? Right? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Tell me to get my affairs more. It's a conspiracy, right? Conspiracy. lot of this is explained to you in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You ever watch that show?
Yeah.
I read the books.
Yes, you did.
And then I watched the show.
Yep.
And then I realized that that whole show was about the history of the church in general.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't something sci-fi. It was literally the history of the church. Right?
Yep.
So that's like pretty fucking wild right there. It's crazy ass shit. Do you ever notice how much shit's in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
It's like a parabolic scripture to society. It runs parallel to the mainstream. But my question for you to think about, and I'm putting it to you as a question, because I can't prove it. So I have to put it to you as a question. Some people think, right, that The Simpsons are predicting the future. Okay? Some people think that. I think The Simpsons are preserving historical record. So there's two different mindsets there.
Yep.
Are The Simpsons predicting the future, or are they preserving the historical record?
Both.
It's pretty goddamn interesting stuff, isn't it? You and I, I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just like, man, they tell us what they're going to do before they do it.
The goddamn presidents don't do much. They don't do much.
They're puppets.
Why
They read scripture. It's like you're voting on two different Barbies. Which one do you like better? But they're both reading to you off a teleprompter, or they're both repeating lines that were fed to them by corporations. They're not speaking for themselves. They're speaking for their masters, their sponsors. You know, what I do is I speak for me.
All I hear about is, oh, we're gonna fix the bridges. Oh, we're gonna put Americans back to work. And then it's like, well, this is 20 years now. They're still doing the same politics.
And yesterday I said this. I'll say it so you can hear it, right? If we actually cared or loved our neighbors, like the Bible says, and we were going by the Bible and doing as the Bible says to do, and love thy neighbor as thyself, and simple things like that, I got love for you. That's why I don't charge you interest. Because I'm not a regular bank.
Oh, no.
I don't want to see you in hole forever. I'm just telling you, the way this thing works, it doesn't hurt me as much as you think. So don't.
Yeah, I don't want to think that way. I want to think it's better than you, but it's gonna be better when I do.
I like knowing that you owe me enough for the next month.
When you pay the bill, you're even better off than better.
Yes, see? I understand that, but also at the same time, it's stability for my house and my home. Yeah. I'm not worried about you paying your whole bill every month. I don't charge you interest. I'm not a regular bank.
We shouldn't talk about this online.
I don't care. No, No, they can hear. They need to hear this stuff because I told people why for a while now. Why can't they be their own bank?
Yeah.
This works in the right situation. What we're doing works when trust is in the equation.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take advantage. I'm not charging you 20% like Bank of America. I'm not even doing that. I use my own money to invest in myself in this store, and half all the sales goes right back into the store. That's why I have so much stuff. I sell so much stuff, and then all the sales, I buy more because of my 25 years in sales and marketing. I'm a professional buyer and seller now in an amateur manner because I don't have a license to do these things. It's a hobby. I don't need a license to do it.
I'm glad you don't have a house. You'd have every room in the house full of stuff.
Right.
They'd
be full of shit. Every room would be, at that point, it would be a room for fucking Pokemon, a room for Funko Pops, and a room for video games. Can't you see? Because I'd have it all divided. It'd be all organized.
More stuff. You could have lawnmowers.
Right. Outside in the garage, there'd be lawnmowers and power tools for sale. Come to Matthews Mall. You know? You buy, sell, swap, trade here. You don't go anywhere else. You'd be stupid to go anywhere else. Because I buy for and from people. People get mad about my pricing yesterday. I $100 for an Xbox. He's like, he was trying to Jew me down, $50. I'm like, bro, I fucking pay gamers $50 in store credit to buy their systems. I'm not selling you a fucking system for $50 when I buy them from my people for $50 myself. Sorry, this is a trading post. This is not what you think.
Good job. Say no.
Right.
No is no.
I'm sorry. I give the people coming here more credit than you are willing to pay. I'm not even interested in dealing with you. Because you're not willing to pay. You're not willing to, I try to explain to them. I say, I give, you want a console or one controller, that's $100. I give people $50 in store credit. You only want to pay $50. That ain't happening. So I pay people more for their stuff than the other people. And that's why I'm shaking my head. I'm like, you don't understand how this works over here. I'm not a cheap Jew.
You want to buy more stuff for the store.
I said, I pay people more. That's why I get more. Get what you pay for.
Buy in bulk. You buy a lot of games in bulk.
Right.
Cheap.
Right. It's not my fault. My job is to be a buyer.
Yeah.
And then I sell, but half goes right back into the store. You can come here with old games and wind up with a brand new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Or trade a brand new pair of shoes for games. Something weird like that.
Yeah.
Pokemon stuff for shoes. Pokemon stuff for games. Games for Pokemon stuff.
That's new, eh?
Yeah, I just got that one.
That's nice.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
That is it.
This is a Switch. This is a Wii U Switch. Right? You don't even need this. This is a charger cord. It's fully charged right now. It's handheld. You can plug it into your TV. It's got like 12 games on it right now. All kinds of different games.
I've seen with a camera.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the Wii, that's the second generation Wii. That's right before the Switch. They did those for a year and a half. They did a terrible job on advertising. But they are backwards compatible. Okay? That means that if you buy that system, you can play any game for the Wii and the Wii U. Okay? So all the games on the Wii U,
Yeah.
plus all the games on the Wii. You can play them all with that one system. And then you can get into some of the interactive stuff where it's fit boards and baseball bats and tennis rackets, and it's virtual. You have to physically jump around and move and stuff. That's why I like the Wii. But they went away from that. And Nintendo was the only one that even did anything that was interactive in that manner. Not PlayStation, not Xbox. Just Nintendo. And they only did it on the Wii. right? Isn't that cool?
That's nice. I should know.
Yeah. Like that one because of the 10 games. It's a memory stick that's plugged into the back of it. But it's got 10 games on it, and then you get more. But like that system right there with 10 games on it for $200.
That's pretty nice. So
But those games, if you buy them individually, they're $20-$30 a piece.
at Walmart.
Yeah.
Ha!
Right. So you're getting 10 games that are right on the hard drive that you pay $200 for in the store. And the systems themselves are worth about $150. 150. But I like these things because I have so much accessories on hand, so you can build up and make it cool. You know, you can make Cadillac packages. These work with the fit boards. They work with the dance pads. They work with the baseball interactive stuff, the tennis, the bowling. The Wii U will play the Wii stuff. The Wii stuff is it's backwards compatible.
Huh.
Right. Now, if you have a Wii U and a GameCube, or not even a GameCube, necessarily, you could have a Wii and a Wii U. If you have a Wii with a GameCube controller, then you can play GameCube games off the disc because the Wii will read GameCube games. Most people that I've dealt with for doing this don't know that. So if you have a Wii system, it will read GameCube discs.
Who told me that?
But all you need to play them is a GameCube controller.
What you said, yeah.
Right. So I like starting up people with a Wii with a GameCube controller package because you don't see that. You go on Marketplace, you'll see a Wii with never a GameCube controller because nobody realizes the Wii will read GameCube discs. So I'm like, man, I gotta make cooler packages than these people. I'm gonna buy up all their stuffs, and I'll show it this way. You want a Wii with a fit board and a GameCube controller. Now it's backwards compatible. You can play GameCube games on your Wii. You got a dance pad so you can do your yoga. And if you want accessories, they're extras. It's a trading floor. It's like Build-A-Bear. You can build your Wii. But no one, you see, Nintendo messed up their advertising so badly. And I recognized it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I see such an amazing manner of way I can make money and no one will bat an eye at me. They can build their own Wii. It can be backwards compatible to GameCube, dance pads, Wii accessories. And explain it to them. Hey, did you know your Wii will play GameCube discs? Because most don't know that because they never really told you. And they never showed you with a GameCube controller with a Wii. And they never showed you. So you don't know.
That's so cool.
But I managed to realize all these things. So now I'm like, you can build these bundles where you can play Wii and GameCube games on the same system. You know, and it's interactive. I sold 300 units doing this.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
You really have?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
Oh my word, man.
Yeah. I buy them and just soon as, because I buy them off the marketplace. As soon as I sell a bundle, I buy them more stuff. I think I've sold about 300 units.
Oh.
And that's a lot. That's a lot. At $100 a lot, $200 a lot, you figure that out. Do, 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 do. It's a strange world we're living in, Andrew. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. There's no other explanation for it. But my question is, when did we lose our fucking minds? Collectively. And allow for this kind of shit to happen. You know?
It's our presidents.
It's like what year? 1611? The writing of the King James Bible happened in 1611.